Hi guys, we're going to be looking through some of the major basic functions for Google Drive today. So let's go ahead and dive in. All you need to do is open a browser window, and that can be Chrome or Firefox or Internet Explorer, whichever one you prefer. And we're going to go to the address, which is drive.google.com. That will bring up a pretty familiar login. You will put in your UALR email address into that. And click sign in, and that will bring up a new dialog asking for your net ID and your password. All three of these things, your UALR email address, your net ID, and the password for that, will be located on BOSS. And so if you have forgotten that or don't know that, you can go to that, and you can also change your passwords from there. So go ahead and put that information in. And that will sign you into the primary Drive dashboard. You can see how I've obviously used this before. We've got some folders here, a few documents and whatnot that we've been playing around with. So the first thing that we're going to do is learn how to upload a file from our desktop or our computer onto the Google Drive. So we're going to go ahead and hit click New. File upload. Look for our little test document there, and we're going to upload that. Okay, and as you can see, it pulls up a little dialog right down here. Whenever you are finished with that download, it will bring up a little check mark next to the file, and it will also allow you to locate that file whenever you are ready to. So just click that magnifying glass, and it'll take you right to that file, even if you are on another file at the time. If you can't find it for whatever reason, you can always go into search and type in the name of the document, and that will bring up anything close to that. And you can once again find that magnifying glass, and it will locate it to wherever folder it's in at the time. You can also create a document within Google Drive, and that will automatically save it in Google Drive. If you do that, title that document Test 2. It will automatically save it into Google Drive, pop up right there for you. And all changes that you make to that document will continue to be changed. All changes will continue to be saved in Drive, which is really nice if you're wanting to work on something and then you have to close it, or class is over, or anything like that. You don't have to worry about losing any of your progress. The next thing we're going to talk about is sharing files. So if you'd like to share a document with someone, you can find it in your Drive, right-click it. We're going to click the Share button. And you're just going to put in that person's email address, whatever it happens to be. It's especially useful for people within UALR that have Gmail addresses. So type in one of those. You can also type in the name of a teacher or a student if you happen to know that person's first and last name. And that will also bring you up a different list of people that have similar names. You can pick from that. On the right here, you can change your privacy settings for the document. If you allow them to edit it, they'll have full access. They can change things, they can look at it, whatever they'd really want to do. If you allow them to comment, they cannot change the actual document, but they can highlight different things within it and provide suggestions for any changes that could be made, which is really useful for peer reviews with teachers or classmates and things like that. And there's always view, which just allows them to read it. Cancel that out. You can also change the sharing privileges and share the document from within the document itself. Up here at the top right, you have the share button there, and you bring up a very familiar menu that allow you to also change those privacy settings and put in an email address or look them up through the directory. Alrighty. There also is some interactivity between Google Drive and other Google programs. So if you happen to be checking your school email, or you need to from Drive, you can click Gmail at this little top button here. And vice versa, if you happen to have signed into your Gmail at first, you can also sign into Drive from there. While you're within Gmail, if you have an attachment that you would like to upload onto Drive, you just go and find that attachment. And if you scroll over that, it will show you a few buttons and icons that pop up there. The first one is going to be download. That will put it straight onto the computer that you're using at the time. Save to Drive is actually going to put it on Drive, which is what we're going to look into. So if you click that, it will fill in the colors for that particular icon, and that means it has been added to Drive, just as this little dialog says. That will add it to the dashboard or the home screen on Drive. If you would like to change what folder that goes into, just click Organize, and you can change whatever folders you would like to. If that doesn't look familiar, you can always hit back and find My Drive and Shared With Me and whatnot. We're going to put that into the Writing for Work folder. Okay, and we're going to go back to our Drive, and as we can tell, we can't see that document that we just uploaded from our Gmail. Okay, and there it is. Another cool thing that you can do with sharing is to share entire folders with people. If you are working on a group project, if you give everyone access to that folder and put things in there, you can allow them to read whatever happens to be in that folder, and they can also make comments or edit that. That way everyone has kind of a collective place to put their information. In order to do that, we're going to hit New, Folder. We'll call that Group 5. That'll pop up right there. And you can actually right-click the folder itself and change the privileges from there. So we've got Can Edit, Can View. So you happen to know who you're sharing that with, you can then put in their name or their email address, and that will allow whoever happens to be a part of that sharing to access whatever happens to go in that folder. If you would like to not have to apply sharing privileges to several documents at a time. So if I have this shared with a friend and I put all of these folders in there, that will allow that friend to access all documents within that folder. As you just saw me to do, there is a lot of organization that you can do with Google Drive. If you would like to move folders around, you can always drag and drop like you just saw me do. You can also right-click the file and click Move To and find whatever file you'd like that to go into. And that will move it in there as well. Okay, and those are some of the primary functions with Google Drive. I hope this has been useful, and good luck with Drive.